Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Talking or using your device during the film is distracting. Don't ruin the movie.
Well, if I'm going to have to, we'll make sure I do it right.
Power Rangers.
Woo! Where's my autograph book?
Use, you lose.
The Morphin Power Rangers, the movie.
What's up, YouTube? Sensei in the place to be. I'm saying back to give you a returning retro experience. Due to the new fact that the new Power Rangers movie is coming out this weekend, it's time for me to take a look back to the 1995 smash hit Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, a movie. Power Rangers is coming off the wide success that it has for the past 2 years, and it's time for Saban to say, you know what? We need to make a movie out of Power Rangers because the kids are going to want to go see this movie, and they're going to beg their mothers to go see this movie. Well, for those who don't know about Power Rangers, let's take a trip back to the 90s, shall we? Come on. The late 80s brought us great Saturday morning cartoons that we all love to watch, especially if you're an 80s baby. But going into the early 90s started giving us a little bit more grittier cartoons that we weren't even used to, that sold to the kids. Back in the day when they got their message across and they weren't scared of, being PC. Shows like the X-Men and Batman the Animated Series were darker tone superhero shows that took on social issues. So a company named Saban said, well, you know what? Cartoons is a thing of the past. Let's do live action. So Saban had won over to Japan and said, you know what, let's go over to Japan and take this series Super Sentai, and then we're going to bring it to America, and we're going to add some generic teenagers, and we're going to mix it all up, and we're going to make it our own, and we're going to call it Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Hey, let's give credit where credit is due. In 1993, when Power Rangers hit, it was a hit. It was so successful that we got 2 other measly spin-offs of VR Troopers and Big Bad Beetleborgs. But there was nothing like the butt-kicking, action-packed flipperoo, noise-making, standing still, Power Ranger Megazord battling in a useless Kenyan action that the kids had to get, but with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So Saban said, hey, this is a hit. Why don't we actually do a motion picture called Power Rangers the Movie? Now, of course, for the Power Rangers fans out there, they do know that in halfway through the season, we had to switch out the 3 characters, Jason, Zach, and Trini, for Rocky, Adam, and Aisha. So we get Power Rangers the Movie. And what device supply, what's going to get the kids going in there and making this the biggest selling movie ever to create? This is going to be better than 1989 Batman, because Power Rangers is a hit. And looking back on it, it wasn't that good. Rita and Lord Zed go and wake this evil named Ivan Ooze, who some people said was actually Apocalypse from X-Men Apocalypse. It wakes him to take out their greatest foe, Zordon. So Ivan Ooze takes out Zordon and destroys all the power. Meanwhile, as all this is happening, the Power Rangers, instead of going back and helping Zordon or checking with them, they are rollerblading, skydiving, doing typical teenage shit, because there's no curfew, because there's no fucking parents, until they are told to go down to where Rita hatched Ivan Ooze's egg from Zordon to go check on what has happened. Well, then of course we get a fight with the Ooze Man, which resembles a lot from the Putties. They show off their fighting skills, Adam shows off his Jackie Chan stunts, and then we have to have a mindless montage of how many backflips the Power Rangers could do, and why the hell is Billy going that dangerously fast.
Kimberly,
To the point where we get
it's Morphin time.
So after this long sequence of them morphing, when Oozeman could obviously escape, we get, what an update in the costumes. Compared to the original ones, we actually get some movie style costumes, I'm not too mad at that. They defeat the Oozeman, and then they realize their powers have gone. They go back to see that Zordon is an old man wrapped up in a blanket in shattered crystals. There's certain things you just don't touch. Zordon has enough power, Alpha 5 has enough power to get the Rangers over to a new world to find the new power. Don't know what the new power is, but we're definitely sure going to find it. And as we go to this new world, please forgive me, it's been about 25 years for me. I forgot the name. They go seek out this new power, but in the midst of finding a new power, we have to have time for Tommy and Kimberly just to touch up on their relationship. Which he has yet to get at all. You know what, Tommy? You lose man points for that. After they get attacked by a slaughter of the Angry Birds, they fight them off, and then we meet Dorcia. And then Dorcia has to reveal to them what the new power is, and then we get the whole Ninjetti as they look into their spirit and their spirit animal. And we get the falcon, we get the wolf, we get the ape, we get the crane, we get the bear, and then we get...
I'm a frog.
The frog?
Yes, a frog. Like the one you kissed.
Adam is the frog. You know, I don't think Adam ever caught a break in Power Rangers. I think this was made him go to anime.
Ichigo Kurosaki. Bankai!
As the team goes to the jungle to try to find the great power, they get attacked by Triceratops fossil. And, you know, for Power Rangers, they are surely getting their ass kicked. We got a lot of... Kimberly's a danger of distress. And of course, Rocky is just getting this mauled. Adam loves doing the stunts. And then of course, Tommy, you know, has to be the one to be the alpha male, save the day. I mean, because, you know, that's what leaders do, right? Meanwhile, as they right close to the great power, and once again, we have to have another kick-ass action scene instead of actually channeling in the spirits of our inner spirit animal and going to get the new power. After they make waste of the Street Shark villains, it's time to actually get the great power. What is this new power going to look like? What are we going to get? We obviously got new power going, so what are the new suits going to look like to lead us into the series? It's the same damn suit. Same damn suit. New power coin, but the same damn suit. We go back to, I'm guessing, which is Angel Grove, because, you know, we actually get to see downtown of it now, I guess, other than just a juice bar. And now we had to go back to save Zordon because he's obviously dying in intensive care. But no, after we see Ivan News come and take over, make these huge robotic monsters after he, by the way, mind controls all the parents with his ooze and to make them go commit suicide. Deep. The Power Rangers have to show off their new Zords and to stop Ivan News. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's see the new Zords. Wait, so those are the new Ninja Zords? That's the Ninja... Wait, hold on, wait.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
I don't know what the fuck that is. But that's not the Ninja Megazord. Obviously, we are in the movie, but honestly, I'd rather see the toy stock footage from Japan than seeing the CGI bullcrap, I swear. So of course, after Tommy is done, you know, having his penis measuring contest, he finally comes back to join the Ninja Megazord to be the Ninja Falcon Megazord. Oh, so now we can fly. As we fly and Ivan News is coming up, they give the Power Rangers, they give him the best shot ever, because you know, when the Power Rangers in need, they have to call upon the Power Sword, and they have to take out Ivan News. And what is the final move? Ooh. Remember, kids, when you're ever in a jam,
You should kick him in the nuts. Oh yeah.
So the Power Rangers just fly away and save the day from Ivan News, but they come back and they're too late. Zordon has passed away. He has died. And they had to just go off and show off all their great powers. Uh-oh. What's happening? They healed Zordon. I'm proud of them. So the great power shows me that you can heal Zordon, but you couldn't use it to take out Ivan News. There's some things that just don't make sense. I don't understand why it took the great power. They had to go and get the great power. They come back. They couldn't use the great power on Ivan News, but then they had to use it on Zordon. And then yet all the stuff that happened in the movie doesn't even happen when they make another arc with Ninja, and then they do the same thing over again in the TV show. Power Rangers. This is Power Rangers, everybody. Look. Everybody may not be a Power Ranger fan. Some people it was before their time, some people it was afterwards. But I will say this, I grew up with Power Rangers, so there's a special place in it for my heart. But it's not going to prevent me to go back and look how stupid it was. Now who's to say that they're going to make this version a little bit darker, the new one that's coming out? But we're just going to have to wait and see. But until then, we're going to have to just judge the original movie as it was. And Power Rangers, the movie, only from the saving grace that I'm a fan, gets a C-. It wasn't that great. It really should be a D- to an F, but it holds a special place in our heart. What do you think Power Rangers was? And remember, guys, this is the retro movie experience. You post down below what retro movies you'd like me to see review from 70s, 80s, and 90s as you take a look back in time. But once again, it's NC a place to be chilling with your homie, Mr. A&D. Have a safe trip at the movies to see Power Rangers this weekend. The movie experience review of Power Rangers will be up. And once again, I will see you again at the movies. Keep it retro.